Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here today to check the latest video from Hallatar to hit the internet's melt, which is pretty much what we're doing this on this summer day. It's freaking hot as sweaty devil's balls in here.
And there's no AC.
There's no AC. There's nobody blowing on the devil's balls, you know, so it's really hot and sweaty and drippy and squish, 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 squish. And anyways, this video is the latest video from Hallatar to hit the internet, like I said. So I put it on the Patreon poll of the week, and it finished in first place. And that's why we're here today to check it out. The good people on Patreon said, we want you guys to check out Hallatar. So I think we have no other choice but to do so. Yeah. I think we've only done 2 Hallatar videos, if I'm not mistaken, on the channel. I think we've done 2 before.
I think so.
Only 2. But that's going to change.
We kind of did one around the start of our channel.
Wow, we did one really almost at the start of our channel.
And then we did one a couple months ago.
I would say a couple of months ago. Yeah, I think you're correct on both fronts. But I remember the first time I listened to Hallatar, it kind of caught me off guard. I was not expecting to be this, to have that much sorrows. That it's so, man. It's like, honestly, it's like it's undescribable. The kind of feeling that they're able to transport to their music.
You could be feeling happy all day. You listen to one.
Very similar, actually, with Swallow the Sun. Having said that, there's some members from Swallow the Sun and Hallatar, so that's not surprising. But you could be
feeling happy all day, and then you listen to one Hallatar song,
and depression hits.
And then you're trying to buy some switchblades.
Yeah, you're trying to move on to a different world, if you will. Anyways, I'm not saying you should do this every time you listen to Hallatar, but they have a kind of a somber way of putting music together. Let's put it that way. All right, so Hallatar, Melt. Are you ready for this? Let's do this.
with you.
Absolutely magnificent.
You know what? That guitar riff,
That opening one, right? Like, well, the one that's the main melody of the
main
song.
melody of the song, that it melted my soul.
It was. Before I talk about that riff, I have to give a shout out to our good friend Yuhu, who was there on guitars. You see him there? He also lended in some vocals during the track, but he was so stoic. He was standing there, almost thinking back of the days when he toured with Wolfheart through Canada, and he stopped at our house for barbecue. I'm sure he was thinking about that. Man, that Canadian barbecue was really good.
Yeah.
As he's standing there, I'm sure that's exactly what he was
that
thinking.
was, making him perform better.
Yeah, I saw him. Man, I've seen him last time I saw him, he was performing with Swallow the Sun. It was during that Children of Bodom, Swallow the Sun, Wolfheart tour. So he was playing with Swallow the Sun at that time. But I've seen him here in Canada twice now with Wolfheart. Great musician and beyond musician. He's the guy pulling all the strings behind some of the Blood Red Hourglass albums as well. So he's a great overall metal guy, if you will. So shout out to him, because I saw him standing there. I think this is the first time we do a Hallatar video that he's on it. So if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the first time. So anyways, so I want to give him a shout out because he's a good friend of ours. So I want to give him a shout out. Now, going to the song, let's talk about the song. I want to start with this. This guy on vocals, this man here, this legend, this icon, he's got to be, in my opinion, to me, I would say he's in my top 5 favorite metal vocalists, period. His clean vocals are at the same level as far as greatness is concerned as his harsh vocals. It's absolutely incredible how beautiful he can be in one verse, and then how dark and ominous he can be in the next. Yeah, absolutely magnificent. Like I just love. I'm a huge fan of his vocals.
It brought a lot of depression and like sorrow to the song. His vocals, and then the kind of guitar melody throughout the song added to that.
Okay, so this is how the song feels to me. The song almost feels... The song is divided into 2 parts, right? You got the clean vocal, drawn out part of the song. Then you have the harsh vocals where the song picks up a little bit more aggression from the guitars as well and the drums. So the song is divided into 2 parts. The song to me almost feels like the first part, that depressive part, if you will, that mellow part. It's almost like you're letting your inner thoughts coming out. You're everything that all the emotions that are going through you, that are going through your head, you're letting them come out in a very peaceful way, because it's almost like thoughts that are trickling out. That to me how it feels. Then the second part, when the aggression picks up, it almost like, okay, now you're not thinking about it anymore. Now you're exteriorizing those thoughts in words. So the aggression level increases. Yeah. So let's say, like, if you're in your room and let's say you're upset about something, or you're mad at somebody, whatever the case might be, and you're sitting in your room and all those thoughts are going through your brain, the way they're kind of coming out through music is in a very mellow and calm way, because you're not exteriorizing those thoughts. You're thinking about it, but you're not necessarily bringing it out there.
You're opening your mouth and
then it gets to a point where the buildup boils up. Then at that point you're like, you start screaming and yelling, and all of those feelings that were bottled up that were coming out in a very calm way now come out with tons of aggression with the harsh vocal. That to me is how the song is. That's how the song is built. It feels like that inner struggle, that you're having these inner demons, this inner struggle within yourself. Everything is coming out in a very mellow way, because it's the way it's coming out through you at that point. But then you build up to a point where you can't take it anymore, and then you exteriorize it, and all the anger, all the frustration, all of that stuff comes out in those harsh vocals with that, when the song increases in intensity. To me, I feel that way when I listen to this song. It really represents that kind of state of mind that you go through those peaks and valleys. You go through that inner struggle where you're keeping everything to yourself, and then you exteriorize everything. And everything that's been bottling up suddenly just comes out, and it comes out in a very ugly and aggressive way. Do you agree?
Yeah.
It doesn't it have kind of like that feeling? I kind of feel like it has that feeling. I absolutely love the tracks. That melody is absolutely haunting, and that guitar melody is just like,
you just want to close your eyes and just let yourself melt from the inside.
It's so hard to put it into words, because you have a melody that is beautiful, haunting, depressing, dark, all in one.
I don't know how you do it.
Like, how do you create a melody of a song that has all of those attributes into one single melody? Depending on your state of mind, that melody is going to sound completely... It's going to have a different... It's not going to sound different, but it's going to have a different meaning to you, the listener, depending on how you feel at that specific moment. But it has all those characteristics built in. Then his voice, I really like the almost the echo chamber, because you have like these 2 sets of vocals, almost one being the echo of the other. Did you notice that during the clean vocals? Yeah. I really like that, because it added it added that sense of your thoughts resonating inside of your mind, like almost you talking to yourself.
One of during that part where it felt like two people were talking.
Yeah, like the two sets of vocal, almost like two sets.
Like the deeper vocals are just you could hear it.
It was almost like the thoughts. It's like you're hearing his thoughts.
Yeah.
Exactly, the deeper vocals was almost like you could hear his thoughts, and then the second set of vocals creates an echo chamber, so it almost feels like when you're talking to yourself, and it's like it's resonating, it's creating an echo inside of your head, inside of yourself, inside of your soul. It's creating this echo, and then that echo and that sound is building up to the point. But then when the harsh vocals kick in, you're exteriorizing all of that built up emotion, whatever the emotion is. Either you're building up to that point, then everything just comes straight at you with the harsh vocals and the aggression of the instruments, of the guitars, and even the drums. I absolutely love the structure of the song. I love how it's put together. I love to me, more than the dynamic between the harsh and the clean vocals, I love the two sets of vocals during the clean vocals. That to me is really important.
Yeah.
It really gives this sense of inner thought, like to the song. I really like that. And I mean, I can be here all day talking about that melody. I mean, that melody is just absolutely incredible. What else can we say? I mean, absolutely incredible. These guys, man, they're on my bucket list of bands that I need to see live. I went to see Swallow the Sun. I mentioned that before. I went to see Swallow the Sun. It's one of those bands that it's not for everybody. A lot of people are like, oh, they're so boring. Like, Wolfheart had so much energy. Children of Bodom had so much energy. And these guys come on stage and it's like, man, these guys, they're not a melodic death metal band.
No.
This music is not for you to be moshing, or this music is for you to be like absorbing.
Yeah,
like just stand there and just...
It's musical art.
100%. Okay. On that note, that's a mic drop. We're finishing the conversation. It's musical art. 100%. It's music that you go there and
you don't go to an art museum and start headbanging stuff.
Or circle pitting.
You go to an art museum
to appreciate
to absorb the art.
Exactly. And their show, similar what I expect from Hallatar, is the same. Like Swallow the Sun, Hallatar, there's a lot of similarities.
You go there to absorb.
You go there to just let yourself be taken away by the music. 100%. All right, guys, on that note, on that mic drop, we're done for today, but come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.